Love you so much, Mom. Thank you so much for my life. Thank you for this family. We won't disappoint you, I promise, until we meet again.
Amen.
This is what a funeral looks like in the age of COVID-19. Possible exposure forcing Lisa Terrio to watch her mother's hearse on a phone from hundreds of miles away.
And it is a nightmare that keeps getting worse. The plot gets thicker and the days they don't get better.
The anguish-filled days began about 3 weeks ago. Her father taken to the hospital after having trouble standing. His health faded fast.
3 or 4 days he was intubated. Every day I would get a call. Your father's health is failing. Do you want to take him off the ventilator? And I kept saying no.
The cruelest part of this nightmare, nobody could be with him. A nephew only allowed inside when they thought the end was near.
He went in, eyes down, could not look because there were dead bodies all around him. They don't even have time to clear it. Gave my father a blessing with holy water.
86-year-old Anthony Terrio died March 31st.
My father died while my mother was in the hospital, and we couldn't tell her because we were afraid that she was going to get sick, and we wanted her to be strong.
But the relentlessly grim news continued at a time when Rosemary Terrio needed someone to comfort her. Her kids couldn't be there.
The nurse would call like once a day and put the phone on speaker. She was terrified, pleading and begging for us to get her out of there. And that was heartbreaking because we couldn't.
Rosemary Terrio took her last breath on April 5th, not knowing the love of her life passed 5 days earlier. As Lisa comes to grips with losing her parents, she has this message for others.
Stay away from each other. This is not a pandemic party. My matriarch and my patriarch were taken, and the suffering that was done in a domino effect for the simplest act of 6 feet.
Her only solace, knowing her parents' 65-year love story is still going strong.
I would like to think my father had his arm out and said, "Come on, Rosie, it's time to go." That's how we envisioned him, just taking her home.
I'm Rob Wu, Spectrum News.